Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Starsector episode number 17. So most of this playthrough has been at my pace, which may not be appropriate for, or may not be as appropriate for YouTube, which has been this, I'm very content to take a destroyer out and take it up against cruisers and, kind of crazy odds. Off camera I've done a lot, which we can probably see just by the fact that now I'm cooperative with the Persane League at 76, 75 is the breakover point. I'm almost cooperative with Independence, and I'm going to try to get that because there is one independent military faction base, independent faction military base is what I should have said, over in EOS Exodus. We see Betas here is independent with a military, which means it actually has military ships, and you don't have to have a commission with them to buy their ships, which is awesome. They also offer really good ships. I think they offered the Apogee at Cooperative. Now, I am now Cooperative. So what did I do? I did what I said I was going to do. I bought a Heron. We have it. And 3 Patagonia, who was already being groomed for Carrier Command, has been further groomed for Carrier Command. Now, unfortunately, I just did this off camera, but I saved all my points. I still have 5 left. I put 1 in here, 1 in here for maneuverability, and then I put 3 here. I was at level 20 when we left. I'm now at level 30, so I still have another 5 points that I've gained off camera, which should indicate to you how much I've been playing to try to get to cooperative. And actually there's probably about 4, no, maybe even 6 hours of lost time in that. Recently I was really trying to take this Demos contract. Has a large fleet, and he himself is only piloting a Falcon light cruiser. So I thought, okay, I can probably do that. Even if it's a Falcon light cruiser, probably there's other cruisers, and maybe I can deal with them. And this is only with my Hammerhead and a Wolf for 3 Patagonia. But I've kind of been using some different strategies lately. I've been going for this cycling of ships, which somebody pointed out in the comments, and although I kind of knew it was, I never really adopted that strategy myself. And what I mean by that is if you are worried about combat decay, like this peak time thing, you can have, I was even considering buying an identical Hammerhead for myself, just so I would have 2 identical Hammerheads that after a certain amount of time, I would have one retreat. I would pull one way back, the one I was in. I would bring in the other one. I would swap command to the new one, and I'd retreat the old one. And then essentially this would give me a fresh, 500 seconds of deployment time. And this is actually a way you could wear down other ships as well. Now, when I got into that battle with the light cruiser, turns out that ship was the only light cruiser. Kind of amazing. Demos is himself the only light cruiser. But this, this 220,000 is going somewhere, right? Unfortunately, it went into a bunch of phase ships. There was the phase skimmer cruiser, which is kind of like, destroyer, which is kind of like an enforcer. Oh, maybe it's a cruiser. I don't know. It's not on the list of ships here at this place. But I also faced a pair of enforcers, which are not. Oh, there they are. So I faced a pair of these. Obviously, the main person was in a Falcon, but I probably reloaded about 10 times trying to win that fight with just a Hammerhead and a Wolf. But it didn't go well for me. And they had 2 phase frigates, and they had a phase destroyer too. I forget what that one's called, and it's not here, but devastating ships. So 2 things I was debating off camera is it better to get 1 Phaeton, or is it better to get 1 or 2 Drams? The reason why I like the Drams is actually because although it's 2 maintenance, 1 fuel, and this is 3 maintenance, 2 fuel, so technically if you buy 2 Drams, you're paying 1 extra maintenance per month. However, the cargo space on this is 20, this is 15, so technically you get an extra 10 cargo space. And also the top speed of this one is 120 versus the top speed of 50 for the Phaeton, which means that, God forbid, you ever have to retreat. Normally if you're retreating, things are already have gone so pear-shaped that you're in a bad way anyway. But if you did need to retreat, there's no way the Phaeton's going to get out at a speed of 50. Anything can shoot this thing out of the sky, and certainly anything will be able to catch up to it. Anything that can shoot it out of the sky will be able to catch up to it as well. Except for maybe some battle cruisers or something like that. But Okay, another thing I was debating is, should I just get a conquest? Now note, right now I'm only at 310,000. I did obviously farm quite a bit off camera, but that is 90% of my money. And then I wouldn't have money to actually equip it. So I'm going to hold off and I'm going to try to do a contract in this episode. This is a nice cheap one. Yeah, that's it. In fact, are they in the same place? 63 and 8.8. They are. So I will actually go buy Demos. I mean, I'm not sure. Where is Martinez? Barren World? Oh my god, they might be in the same place. That one was also a Barren World. So we might swing by my old buddy. But there are 4 Barren Worlds in this system. So it, at the same time, we might not get them. But Elysium is also in this one, and that is also at a Barren World. So I think that they all spawn in their own Barren Worlds. I don't think you'll get 2 on the same planet. But and now that I'm looking at it, yeah, 9 days. If we went there right away, we could get there. But if I guess we can go there right away. So let me show you what I've done with the Heron. I've added dagger torpedo bombers, broadsword heavy fighters, which I'm actually gonna. I would rather reverse the ordering. I don't know why. I think it's the order they launch in. Maybe they just are all launched at the same time. So I have basically torpedo bombers, which have, well, torpedoes. I have heavy fighters with light machine guns. These are just going to be good for wearing ships down. And then lastly, I have these Warthog assault bombers, fighters, which are really beefy units. They're practically frigates themselves, and they're 3 to a squadron. Armament is 3 light mortars. I mean, they're just fantastic. Now, unfortunately, why am I saying unfortunately? I don't know enough about the fighters to really know which ones are going to work well. So, what we also have is a very nice Wolf class attack frigate. We have another one which is kind of a throwaway, which has Sabot, but basically it's 4 strikes, 3 strikes you're out. So anything now with 3 strikes or more, I'm going to start relegating. This Cerberus I'm keeping around because it has the nice storage capacity of another 100 cargo. But I've gotten a Buffalo for this. And the only thing I don't like about this Buffalo is that its fuel capacity the fuel usage is 2. Maintenance is very low, but we're talking about burning more fuel now. And so I'm actually burning, I think, a fair amount of fuel. Mostly because of the Heron, let's be honest. But all my ships are... my fleet, all my ships are burning a lot of fuel now. My fleet is burning a lot of fuel. So hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Now with this pylon... with this Heron, with its pylon, I'm not worried about this next engagement. I think we'll do really well. The only thing I was considering is maybe getting 3 points into this, because I don't care about the minus 50% chance malfunctions when at low combat readiness. I would prefer not to ever be at that point in time, cycling ships or whatever. In whatever way I can, I want to avoid operating outside of my peak operating time. So that might make for, the 15% maximum combat readiness is useful, but I think I'd rather get, it's tough to say, I'd rather get the 15% combat bonus either here, which reduces our supply usage, or am I at a point where my economy, it doesn't even matter? I don't know, but I know for sure that I want at least 2 levels in this. So let's just go ahead and do that right away. This is the generic one. So all the officers you can get, they will get points into these 3. Carrier Command, Wing Commander, Strike Commander. Which helps your fighters and your bombers in various ways. But they won't get the ones which is bonus for the entire fleet. So if I take that, I will just be doing my part to support a carrier contingency. Now I think just 2 points is fine, because that means that they're going to take... fighters are going to take less damage, and less crew will be lost when fighters are lost as well. Those are the 2 main things. I don't really care about faster fighter replacements as much. Now, in the same vein, if I want, I can get... well, I can't yet. The only thing is this level 1 is really not interesting to me. Flagships and ships with an officer in command nearly guaranteed to be recoverable if lost. The only reason this might be interesting is I think you can only lose your officer if the ship breaks up. This is kind of like my own guess at how the mechanic works. I've never lost my... excuse me. Let me take a drink. I've never lost my officer, but I think if you do, it would be because of that. There's even something to be said about doing the command points. Isn't there one of these which increases your total deployment as well? I thought so, but now I think I'm wrong. Like having a few extra officers would also be nice, but probably only 6 is what you'd need. I can't imagine needing more than 6 officers, 6 good ships. I can certainly see like 5 or 6 ships, so needing at least 6 officers for a full contingent, but okay, well, let's just leave it as is. Let's confirm this, because I know that I do want the better carrier help for my Heron. And let's just go do this contract, because, 10 minutes into this, plenty of time we've spent already. So, have I been here technically yet? Yeah. Now, this is perfect. So I can't believe I've been here. There's 3 barren worlds up here, and there's 1 orbiting right here. I'm going to make my way to this one, which is where the Falcon is at. Just so I can show off what I was trying to fight for a very long time. I'm not sure we'll make it in time. No, it doesn't look like it. That was a pirate. I probably should have taken the guy out. Because he will disappear in 11 days, and it's going to take me... Okay, we might get there. Excuse me. Actually, we'll get to the system in that many days, but... It's saying, okay, well... 11... Yeah, I don't think we'll get there in time. Eight days remaining. So the 24th. It's not important. I just wish I knew what the phase skimmer... I mean, I'll just access the... Well, technically the guy could be there, though. The new bounty could be that one. So I guess we will go to there. Is this going to take me right into the sun? It is. Let's not do that. Okay, how much time is left on that contract? 3 days. I think that guy is going to disappear. Maybe. No, it looks like we're going to get there just in time. Let me turn off my transponder. I always forget. Oh, God. It's going to be so close. We're 2 days away. Tick. Tick. No. Alright. There it is. Okay. Now I have to be a little bit careful because I do not want to engage this target anymore. But there they are. Okay, so you can see the first one is the cruiser. The second one is the phase skimming destroyer. It might be a cruiser. I don't know what it is. They had 2 enforcers, a Sunder, a Buffalo Mark II, and then this is where their phase destroyer thing comes in, and something else. And I don't know what that first one, the second row, first column, the second row, second column I think is the Tempest. The second row, third column is another one of those annoying phase doodad guys. I believe the second from the right on the first row, right here, I believe that's a phase destroyer. I mean, I'm sure one of those 2 at the end is, because I had to fight it. This was really impossible for me to... Yeah, so you can see it's no longer offered as... Oh god, they're going to interdict, I think. Get away. Good. So we did it. So that is not where we want to go then. We want to go... There's barren worlds up here. There's 3 of them we can't even see. I think that's all the barren worlds. Rocky and stable. Yeah, I think they're all up there, unfortunately. So we have to tilt away from the sun first. Once we get far enough to the left of the sun, we'll take on this contract, which should be a lot easier than that one. I mean, 100,000 less money, so that should be 100,000 less difficulty, I believe. Okay, so let's go do it then. I'm not worried about that. And now there was another contract up here that is no longer there, so that's fantastic. Okay, so we're only looking for Sora Martinez. She's in a Falcon Light Cruiser, and yeah, 15 minutes into this one, we're finally getting into the combat. Probably wasn't necessary for me to, well, that's actually, I was going to say to swing by that area and see, check out my old... Okay, what do we have here? Not going to be easy. But I do have 2 wolves with me. How many wolves do they have? That's honestly, they have 0. And that they now scare me not at all. They have 2 light cruisers. They have the Enforcer. They have Asunder. 3 Hammerheads. 3 Cerberus. 1 Lasher. The Lashers are actually pretty darn good. They're very durable. Anyway, I think we're okay to just engage right away. So, their introduction pulse shouldn't do anything to me. Does it? I'm going to put a save in here just in case anyway. And here we go. Okay, so they have low combat readiness for some reason. I'm going to engage. Alright, so the new plan I have is not to deploy my fleets right away. Oh, God. Nav buoys, but that's not good. And I wanted to deploy the worst one. Are you the one with 4 malfunctions? You are. So you will be deployed with me, but I can actually deploy... Okay, I was wondering if I could deploy left-right. So maybe now with carriers, with cruisers, I should say, they offer these things. By the way, they kind of screwed me. They gave me none of the good stuff. But that's okay. I'm not interested in actually going after these. I'm going to let them take them all, which is going to have, yes, a very negative effect. They're going to have 25% point command. I don't care about that. 5% ECM, this is pretty good. And then obviously the 5% top speed is going to be great for them. They're going to be able to secure both of those. But I just can't fight those. Oh, you need to be my escort. Thank you. We're going to wait for them to come. They'll capture, that's fine. Maybe I can pretend to take this one here. We just need to be close enough to the edge of the screen because the way I fight is still back to the wall. But it's looking good here. They haven't gotten here yet. Okay, yeah, I want to take this guy out. Sure. There's their nav buoys, not surprised. Okay, so this is mine. Let's put our shields up and let's go to town. Start eliminating some of these guys. Good. Okay, well, not good. Let's retreat. That's fine. We'll be okay. Their shuttles are actually blocking. Phase jump out, phase jump out, phase jump out. Good. And vent. Vent, vent, vent. My good friend, you're going to want to vent. I will eliminate this guy in the meantime. Okay, vent. So I've gotten a lot better at fighting after playing like hours and hours off camera. Okay, come on back, buddy. Come on back. We'll let them ride us into the edge of the map. And I'm okay with that. I'm just going to pick them off one at a time. And hopefully this guy jumps back. Good, he did. Keep jumping, buddy. Keep going back. This is the one I'm less concerned about losing, too. I need to get to your left. I could start taking out the hammerheads. I'm pretty confident against anything that's anywhere near me. Let's get this guy. Okay, let's try to get this guy as well. Since he's put his head on the chopping block, basically. Oh boy, the guy's taking damage. Let's see if I can help him. Good. A lot of stuff coming. Let me absorb these for him. Damn it. Did not get that one. Okay, so low combat readiness. Should I just... Let's just have him retreat. Right? He's done his work. They don't have any... No. What are you doing? Okay, that's actually kind of useful what he did there. So I'm intentionally letting that happen. It's fine for me. Now I want to go in before he can escape, though. The hard thing is not getting flanked. Which I could get flanked here, but I have my... Wow. I was considering launching my hammers there. We have 3 other hammerheads. I'm going to let the first one go. We'll vent that off. Yeah. And then I still can bring in my Heron. I forgot that I don't have a second hammerhead. I don't know why I was thinking I did. Okay, let's go. Got him. It's as simple as that. How many do we have? We have no more hammer torpedoes. It's good for me to know. So now if we want to fight one of these guys, we have to just brawl all the way through. So I think it's almost time for me to activate my Heron, right? Important to land these hits. Hey, we gotta call in reinforcements. Like, already. I'm going to be okay as long as I get this guy out of here. Vent this. Okay, how are we doing here? The Heron is attacking. Perfect. Oh, we're gonna do it. Wait for him and go. Look at that work. Look at that work being done by our Heron. Beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, let's go. I'm pretty sure that they're retreating at this point, but they might actually be calling in reinforcements. You're not allowed to have so many things on the map at the same time. So, yeah, you will deploy on me. That's fine. And he's firing his pylons, which is perfect. Look at he's so fast. I'm so proud. This is an awesome moment for me. Actually using my fleet. We got one more, oh god, it's not even fair. And what I mean by not fair is not the fact that, I mean, look at this. Look at all the fighters. Mainly what I want is, these guys are kind of jammed in the corner here. I want the guys who don't have protection. Like these guys. I took some hits there because I was stupid. I thought I had my shields up and I didn't. Okay, look at Heron. You're doing it all wrong. Let's get you to just go to the bottom of the map. That's where you're supposed to be. This guy stupidly engaged me, which was not the right move, so he's now dead. But I'm gonna vent immediately. Alright, let's go in. Oh, no, let's take out everyone else first. Forget this one. That light cruiser is not going to retreat. You know who is? These guys when everyone else is dead. Buddy. Okay, let's go in and activate main guns. This is it. That's it for him. It's taking so long to kill this guy. Okay. Now we'll have everyone attack the last remaining ship. Okay, this is fine. I'm actually going to be saved very well by my wolf here. I just need to vent this. Okay, let's go. He still doesn't have, I mean, he's such a goner. Doesn't have any of his... Here we go. That is brutal. Can't even find my shots. All the mess. Get away! Alright, that's it. That's it. Very impressive, very impressive. So, gosh, that was just so fun. Look at this. Took him out pretty quickly. Looks like we lost 4 crew. That's not nearly as bad as I expected. Oh, okay, and also Wade Star was pointing out in the last comment, last video, that you can actually, I mean, it's true, right? I can recover all of these. It's giving me a supply usage, but this is just to get them back to 100% combat readiness, I think. So you can see we're not using any to repair our, sorry, we have 42 already dedicated for, to repair our current ships up to full strength. So they're trying to give you an estimate of how much, like if you were to repair all your ships, how much supplies would you need? Now you can recover these ships and then immediately scuttle them. However, I did a quick test, and I'm not sure this is only, I mean, I'm basing this on a sample size of 1. However, I went up to a Condor that was just a derelict ship. I tried to recover it and then scuttle it for supplies. I also tried to just immediately break it apart here by not recovering it and just scrapping it. The scrapping gave me about double the amount of supplies. So I think it's still better to scrap what you want to scrap and only keep what you want to keep. I'm not sure, and I definitely would love to know exactly what the situation is there, because I would like to gain the most amount of supplies. But it seems to make the most sense that if you're going to scrap something, you should scrap it right away. So if that is the way it works in the game, that seems to be working as designed. Now, do I want to take any of these? How much are you going to take? 40 to recover. Because I have to say, it wouldn't be... What do you have? No, you're a forced... No, I'm not... 3 strikes and you're out. That's my new policy. So we will not recover any of these. And I think I have the storage capacity for once to take all the stuff we're going to get. So we will continue, and we will pick through the wreckage. And we have 600, that's a lot. Well, we were actually able to store it all, and barely enough fuel for it as well. So the cool thing is, from a supply standpoint, we're not any worse off. We're basically as good as we were when we first left. I mean, maybe not precisely because we'll have to use a few supplies going home. Fuel-wise, I think we're better off. Didn't we leave with like 540 fuel, and now we're actually doing better? And look we gained 2 more character points, so we're... I don't know, should say we gained another level and we have 2 more points. So if I wanted, I could go and do the next one, but I just love the fact that our crew, we're barely taking any crew losses right now. That's the really important thing for me. Although we should probably get more crew when we go back. We have a supply, a possibility, a storage capacity for 540 crewmen, and we're at 320, which is pretty close to our minimum 290. So we'll do that. Now I'm going to call this video to a close here. This is 30 minutes, so you had you had a battle for half of it, and then you had me blabbering for the first half. Sorry about that. I actually cut out the first take I had. The reason why I wasn't able to show you the character crew stuff, the character upgrades on camera, is because I was blabbering. I have to say, when I'm blabbering about a game, it means good things. It means that I really like the game. So we'll go back to Kazron to collect, we'll just, anytime we're into the system at all, we'll collect our bounty. I do want to go home, though, and I want to figure out what is next for us. What ship should we get next? Should it be a... I want to get an Apogee cruiser. That's what I want for my own personal command. So we'll have another 100,000 from this bounty. We're at the point where we can probably start challenging anything, really. But do I feel comfortable taking on... Like, the thing which hurts me the most are those fleets of phase frigates and all that stuff. We should be avoiding those clouds. Yeah, in my fight with the Hammerhead, you can see I can control the Hammerhead really well against cruisers and whatever, especially if I have enough support ships. But the difficult thing is if they have high quality support ships, and I mean by that phase frigates, the phase ships are so annoying. And also, I really ought to get a monitor. The monitor is basically like just a tank. It's a frigate, but just has incredible defensive capabilities. So we have another bounty by Persane League. I would love to get my independent score up for a different set of ships. And eventually we're really going to have to switch over to Tritachyon in order to get some of their ships as well. This person's running from me. No surprise there. Is there any kind of other system bounties going on that I should look after? No. It's over. They're just updating me. Yeah, magic. Tritachyon. Yep, this is good. I should probably go do this. There's 43 days left, so that's what I'll spend a little bit of my time doing. Otherwise, it looks like I was getting a whole bunch of 200,000 bounties, and I'm not able to do those even. We're not going to do hegemony bounties. Those won't give us any money. Persane League 240,000 for a Falcon-like cruiser, but it's a large fleet. This is probably the same kind of disaster I found myself in, so this is exactly the one I'll probably avoid. Independent, yeah. This is what I would like then. So probably something like this. Anyway, I'll do a few more off camera, and the next episode may be our last one. I'm going to try to get myself into either the Apogee cruiser, I really like the Aurora cruiser as well, or maybe the Conquest battle cruiser. So until the next episode, thanks for watching and take care.